But then the debate freaking happened, and a lot of the debate controversy. What is that?
It's my phone vibrating.
They're ringing.
Better be sending me nudes. That's not nudes. What is this?
You're gonna have to come into work tomorrow. What? Is it nudes?
No.
Oh.
I'll let you read it. It has nothing to do with our podcast. It has nothing to do with what we're doing.
Oh, okay.
That's maybe a half an hour from where I work. It's in the same county.
I don't believe that.
I haven't read the whole thing yet. I read the gist, like the main point, and handed it to you.
Yeah, nah.
Here, let me read it.
There's some shit missing there. There's a story there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, there's a story there, bro. Whoa.
What was that?
That's my laptop. It's my laptop. Complaining about that, probably. Like, yeah, they're full of shit. It's like, yeah, that never happens.
All right, back to the subject at hand.
Yeah.
She's going to keep texting me. I know it. So. Right under the balls it goes. I'm getting something out of this. If I'm not getting titties,
Yeah, no kidding. Jesus Christ. It's desperate times. But that debate happened, and it was fucking crazy. Like, how'd you think Trump did?
I think both of them made the same mistakes. I think Trump was exactly what I expected Trump to be, what anybody would expect Trump to be, passionate and boisterous. Mm-hmm. That's what he was. So he didn't answer a lot of the fucking questions, neither did Kamala. But I also think the cards were stacked against Trump. Fucking it's ABC fucking news. They were fact checking the fuck out of Trump. They weren't doing dick to Kamala. Fucking it was stacked. So but I think he did okay. If you want my honest opinion as far as like a scoring goes, I'd say it's a tie. As far as who debated better, it'd be a tie. Because Kamala was speaking appropriately to what she was doing and doing exactly what she was supposed to be doing. She didn't come off as dumb and blank-brained as she usually fucking does. So,
I think
she did okay for her first actual fucking presidential debate, skipping ahead of the line and shit, fucking getting there through no fucking fault of her own.
Yeah, I think there was a moment there in the beginning where I knew this was going to power slide sideways there pretty good when she started prosecuting. So she got up there and she was like, tonight you're going to hear from this man and he's going to
opening statements.
Yeah, when she gave opening statements that were like identical,
just like a courtroom.
Like a courtroom. Yeah. And I'm like, this fucking broad. I was like, wow.
That's the thing. Does she actually litigate anything? I don't know if she's actually been to court.
Yeah. I mean, well, I don't think she ever litigated anything.
Because the thing is, like,
she just knows how it's done or slept at a Holiday Inn.
She's been through law school.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she is a lawyer.
I mean, she put a bunch of black people in jail.
True.
If that counts for anything.
Kept them in jail, too.
Yeah. Passed their sentences.
Way past, yeah.
Yeah. She had slaves.
On some of them, false evidence. Yeah, she created slaves.
Yeah, she created slaves for the state of California. This is freaking crazy. That's demonstrable. That's actually...
Yeah, that's pretty...
right there, public information.
Yeah.
She also tried to throw some people in jail, parents, for her truancy reform. Because apparently truancy was costing the state of California some upwards of $1.something billion. Because apparently, I don't know how it works everywhere else, but schools in California get paid by attendance. So I think it's like $33 per day per student. And apparently so many families are truant or for whatever various reasons that it was costing the state it was costing the schools money, a lot of money. So she did this reform for truancy.
Yeah.
and just started prosecuting people. And, like sending the police to their house and arresting parents for
truancy.
Yes. So one of them actually came out in public the other day and denounced Kamala because the reason her child wasn't going to school is because she got sickle cell anemia. It's a crippling condition. And apparently the kid can only attend maybe 1 or 2 days per week if she was feeling good. She had an agreement with the school. They were well aware of her physical condition. It's at that point was a legit disability.
Yeah.
She threw that lady in jail.
Yeah, that's fucking.
And she came out with a public statement, talking about her experience with fighting Kamala Harris in the courts. And of course, they ended up dropping the case. But had this lady been a more educated person, I guess, in the law, they would have realized. She would have realized that there's a violation of,
right, of a lot,
of the American
with Disabilities Act.
With Disabilities Act, and then, and of course, it's false imprisonment. Like she would have had a multi-million-dollar lawsuit in her hands, given the right advisors.
The way I've seen that handled in the past,
she ended up homeless.
Jesus.
For a period of time. Wow.
The way I've seen it handled in the past, kid has a long-term ailment like that where they're going to see a lot of time in the hospital and in recovery and stuff like that. The district works with the family.
The district was working.
It's like...
But the thing is that...
Yeah, they can't come to school. How about this? We'll send a teacher to the kid.
The absences were
supposed to be excused.
Were excused.
Yeah.
Absences.
Wait, she put her in jail over excused absences? That's illegal.
It's illegal.
Yeah,
absolutely illegal.
Straight up.
Which is why they dropped the case. But they dropped the case, and what she has a civil... she has a civil suit. She should have a civil suit. I'm unaware whether she's actually suing the state of California or Kamala Harris.
I'm pretty sure she's been consulted by numerous lawyers.
I'm sure by now.
Just that, yeah.
I'm sure by now, but it was crazy. Like she did a lot of harm, a lot of harm. I don't know if she's litigated, but I'm sure she's seen it done once or twice. Enough to stand there in front of Donald Trump and all her friends and talk like she owned that courtroom. But I mean,
interesting. Typing Kamala Harris and all these fucking things come up on fucking Google, but I keep typing litigation record and there's nothing.
No, because there is nothing. I'm pretty sure. What cases is she litigating? Nah, she may have made other people. You know what I mean? Like she was the boss of stuff.
Yeah, because she was Attorney General of California,
and
then she was senator.
Yeah, but she claims to be she claims to have been a prosecutor.
A prosecutor, and I think she was.
Mm-hmm. She had to have been to be AG of California. I mean, nepotism being.
She's sucking the right dick, because I mean that's what a lot of the claims are. That she made it to the White House on her back. She's on her knees or whatever, you know. I mean, her public life started when she was 29 years old because she was sucking a 61-year-old mayor off.
Yeah,
like he would bring her to parties and shit. Who?
Willie Brown.
Yeah, Willie Brown. He would bring her to parties and shit because she was a looker. You know, she was fucking like 29 years old. She looked fucking good. And fucking, that's the start of her public life. After that, she made fucking career fucking strides. But apparently to no fault of her own because there's nothing to back up what she's doing. So I think when she got an attorney general, that's why I'm trying to look up her record. Fucking, what cases did she try? Who did she actually work for? Because if you're a prosecutor, usually it's like any kind of
it's a matter of public record.
It should be, but it's any kind of like rung-based, progression job. And you start out as a prosecutor for a county.
But I think what we're running into is
state, federal.
Yeah, but I think what we're running into is this this phenomenon that we've seen before in other genres, maybe, where somebody lies so much
that it
just muddies the water.
Right.
Where you don't know
this is interesting.
What side is up.
So I looked this up. I Googled what I just said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mostly what I'm coming up with is news agencies.
Right.
So no like California Bar Association. Nothing. Something that I would actually trust, tracking a legal record like that.
Right.
Like, this lawyer has been to this case, and they were on this side, and this is what the case was about, and this is how it ended. That's what I'm looking for. No, it's just news agencies. This one that I clicked on, though, is America First Legal. Sounds like something, maybe it's a national thing that would cover, or at least track, lawyers' records.
Right.
America's First Legal launches 7 investigations into Kamala Harris's record as the California Attorney General. Oh. Failure to comply with federal law protecting donor privacy. Failure to enforce federal immigration law. Failure to pursue equal justice under the law. 14th Amendment violation. Failure to disclose conflicts of interest. Failure to address evidence of misconduct. Nature of probes by California Fair Practices Commission. Failure to address and potential cover-up evidence of misconduct. Interesting. But yeah, it's all news agencies. Well, I'm pretty sure if I actually try to go to the California Bar Association's website, it's not going to let me have access to anything even regarding Kamala Harris.
Do they? Yeah, I don't know, man. I think she's lied so much, man, that it's problematic now to kind of pin the tail on the donkey.
She was admitted to the Bar Association in June of 1990. Her name is Kamala Devi Harris, and her status is inactive. It went inactive in 2021. That's the year after she became VP, right?
Vice, yeah.
UC Hastings is a law school she went to.
Oh. She spent a lot of time in Canada, too, so I don't know. That chick she's no bueno, man. What was the other shit she was saying? Oh, yeah, she also claimed to have worked at McDonald's, too. They couldn't find any evidence
Bullshit.
of that.
I think half that crowd. Oh, I grew up middle class, and my mom bought a house. And she grew up with her mother and father. She grew up in an atomic family household.
She keeps.
Her dad was a businessman. He was also Irish. Yeah, he was Irish, and he was Hindu.
He's Jamaican.
Her dad? No, he was Irish. Mother's Jamaican.
And who the fuck's the Indian?
Her dad. He's Hindu. He's not Indian.
But there's a picture of her with her mom, and they're like in Indian attire.
I might be wrong.
You're pretty
Probably
sure.
wrong.
I'm pretty sure you're thinking of somebody else. There's so many liars on that side of the fence. It's just.
Donald J. Harris
Yeah, he was a scholar apparently.
is a Jamaican American, so he's an economist and a professor at Stanford.
Professor, yeah. Her mom was
Jamaican
a professor
American.
too.
Hang on. Shayamala Kapala. That's her. That's the Indian. I found it.
Jesus Christ.
From Chennai, India. American Indian. So her father's Jamaican. He's light skinned though. Yeah, Donald J. Harris. But yeah, he's a black man. Jamaican. But yeah.
Yeah, and she claims that
Her mother's Indian.
grown up in a single mother household and all this other stuff. I mean, there's a lot of
She died in 2009.
mom.
Yeah. He's not dead. He's still alive.
They don't talk. So I mean that much has been put out there that apparently those two don't see eye to eye.
No, I can't think. I'm not. I don't want to look up his political leanings. I just don't care. But
Yeah.
Still trying to. Cause the information I got about Kamala Harris is fucking the fucking bare minimum information that I got. Fucking is from the State Bar of California's website. It's at ca.gov website.
Yeah, well, I mean, they scrubbed it. They scrubbed a lot of shit.
I imagine they would have had to as soon as she won a elected office.
Of course, they're gonna scrub it. She's an asset, and I mean, I don't think the debate went too bad. It was just kind of, I think old Donnie there, missed an opportunity to put her away for good.
I mean, I don't like debates like that where like nobody's pressing the candidate to actually answer the fucking question. Both of them beat around the fucking bush. So did Trump. He got asked a question and he kept reverting back to the immigration stuff. So that had nothing to do with the fucking question, bro. Just answer the fucking question. And same with Kamala. Kamala's fucking going back to January 6th bullshit and fucking false narratives about Pittsburgh again.
Yeah.
Tiki torches and Nazis. Get the fuck out of here, bitch.
Yeah.
It's just bullshit, and it's always bullshit. Nobody's pressing either one of them. Just answer the fucking question.
Yeah, debunk mumbo jumbo. But that's pretty much how they operate, man. They do that same shit in fucking Congress.
I know. I don't have to like it though. I'll bitch about it every time.
Ricardo Mayorkas, the director of Homeland Security, he is probably the grand master of not answering questions ever.
Yeah.
On anything.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, congressmen and women will be sitting there turning red to the face asking this dude. They'll show him evidence. Did you say this? And he'll be like, well, I can't comment on blah, blah, blah. He'll end up some circle talk. And it's his name on the quote, like on the document, you know. And I was like, yeah, but you wrote this. Well, I can't confirm or deny. I mean, dude, he is like that dude. That dude is a menace to our country, man. That guy.
And he's still there. He's still in his fucking
still there.
office.
He should have been fired a long time ago. I mean, the way he excuses the disaster at the border is something else. And I don't know, man. Like, but they're professionals at not answering questions, man. So
every time I've seen Mayorkas testify before Congress, it's like, this is obvious. This man has been through a lot of coaching.
Yeah,
a lot of practice.
They already pulled that out on one of the hearings, man. It was millions of dollars it costs every time to prep him before he goes up there.
And those millions of dollars are coming from his fucking agency.
Yeah, millions of dollars
to prep for fucking congressional
testimony. To prep
testimony.
that dude to not answer questions in Congress, you know. Because that's basically what he does. He just
he just dances around the question.
Just to not answer questions. It's crazy.
All it does, the tactic is winding up the congressman's time.
Mm-hmm.
Because once you fucking wind their time down, because their time is taken up by you answering the fucking question.
Mm-hmm.
So once their time is up, the time is up. They got to go to another fucking congressperson that wants to fucking ask them questions.
You know, or somebody can yield to you, but
True enough.
Mean, it's
there are rules to the game, but I mean...
It's one of those, like, I mean...
That's the thing. The best tactic that I've seen, well, I can't even quote which one it was, but what happened was they were questioning this person on a specific topic, and only one person from Congress knew a lot about that topic, because that's the field that they came from. So everybody yielded time to that person. Mm-hmm. It's like, your time has expired, now we recognize this fucking congressman from this fucking state. I yield my time to this guy. And now he starts talking again. So, and every one of them did it. He was the only one that talked the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, I think I don't know. I think these people should be. They should not only be compelled to answer some of these questions, but they should be forced to answer these questions.
Thing is, you can never do that. You can never compel somebody to answer a question, especially in Congress. Like, you might be able to in court because there are punitive measures if you don't.
Yeah, but the thing is that it's taking the fifth. It's like pleading the fifth without pleading the fifth.
Right. Yeah.
It's the most fucking infuriating thing I've ever seen.
And you can still plead the fifth in Congress.
But they don't plead the fifth. Like if because they don't even want to put out the possibility of implicating themselves in something.
Which is why they don't plead the fifth. They just dance around the question.
Why they don't plead the fifth, they just don't answer. And it's infuriating. It's infuriating. Yep. Especially when confronted with direct evidence that, to the contrary, that disproves their thing. They would lie to Congress just to get out of this stuff. I think Congress needs to be bolstered with the ability to provide protection to some of those people that testify.
No, whistleblowers?
No, not just the whistleblowers. But if you bring a Ricardo Mayorkas to testify, And you got a pretty good indication that he's not going to testify because of who his handlers are. Maybe, if you protect that witness, you may get a little bit more out of him than, if you protect his income, his family,
But let's be realistic.
It's just
even if you do bolster Congress by whatever measures, look who the handlers most likely are. Most likely, and this is speculation.
In that room.
Huh? One, they might be in that room. But this is speculation, just my opinion. Most likely the fucking handlers are connected to some kind of intelligence agency.
Yeah.
So, how are you gonna protect them? Those guys can assassinate fucking people on a whim. They can definitely assassinate you who just fucked them over. Look what happened in Lebanon.
Oh, Lebanon. We ain't got to go that far. Look what happened at Boeing.
Yeah, Boeing. All the fucking was it 4 of them?
Yeah, it was.
Like
I think they're up to 3. Got 3 witnesses, something like that. I know 2 for sure.
A buddy of mine texted me the other day. It's like, hey, buy Boeing stock now. It's at an all-time low. It's like, yeah, for fucking good reason. I don't know.
It's at an all-time low. They're about to get bought out by another companies.
If they get bought out, that'd be pretty good. But I got an alert set on that stock now. If it goes below 100, I'll definitely buy. But right now it's like 150 something. I'm not buying that shit.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's it's just kind of like there's no incentive. There's no incentive. What I mean is that there is no incentive for that dude to testify. To Congress, there is no incentive.
I agree.
So,
but
they want to get answers.
The whole idea behind testifying before Congress is honest truth to the American people. Now, who the fuck does that help? Nobody.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I think the concept of the honesty towards the American people and all that it's we've talked about it before. It's all political theater because nobody, for one, nobody's watching except for guys like you and me and a couple other.
And we do it part-time.
And we do it part-time.
Yeah.
And then there's the other aspect that there's not a whole lot comes out of it. So
yeah.
So it's almost like some of these inquiries are strictly for curiosity. They're like these fact-finding missions for curiosity, and they don't find anything.
Yeah.
And then the issue just goes away because nobody answered. So they got all this evidence. They spent hundreds of thousands of American dollars in putting together this theatrical production that led to nothing.
Right.
Because it leads to nothing. Because without the federal arm enforcing laws, and
right.
this is just not how investigations are done. Like I know they're trying to be transparent with the American public, but you cannot carry out. It's almost like you're asking a detective to disclose the details of an active investigation while he's investigating it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like with a suspect, like you got suspects, and you're like trying to, all right, tell me, and you gotta delineate how your investigation is going and the methods and practices that you're utilizing to get from point A to a conviction. It's kind of like, what the fuck are you asking me for?
Yeah.
It's a huge waste of time and taxpayer money because you're not gonna, even if you were gonna testify, like if you had some juicy shit, you can. It's almost. I'm not even sure if it's admissible in a public setting like that. It would have to be a closed session.
Yeah.
In order to maintain the integrity of what's being said, because imagine if they spoke out every time, like if they actually said what.
Yeah.
There's on national TV. Parties responsible would be jumping on freaking airplanes left and right every day. This would be like people would be flying all over the world, getting the fuck out of Washington D.C., getting out of the states. I mean, it don't make any sense. It's almost like part of the shell game that they're playing with the American people. Like, we're gonna put this on TV, put this on the internet, and entertain you. And here's the semblance that we give a fuck.
Yeah.
And here we are grilling and throwing darts at this freaking poor human that's sitting here, that's part of the machinery, and he's not going to answer. And there ain't dick I can do about it.
Right.
And we're just going to hear this for the next 2 hours.
Yeah.
I yield my time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking...
That's why C-SPAN has low ratings.
It's fucking absolutely pointless. I'd rather they not show me anything at all and just put a freaking presser. This is happening, closed session. Shit, somebody's talking.
Right. Hopefully.
Right. Or not. Because if nothing's going to happen, what difference does it make? Right? Closed session or open session, what difference does it make? Oh, it's just a fucking huge waste of time and money.
Yeah.
So
the only thing you got nowadays that even comes close to any kind of resemblance of truth in high-end political sectors like that, or high-end agency sectors, is what James O'Keefe is doing with the undercover media.
Right.
So sending in pretty girls on dating websites or setting guys up with these girls.
Yeah, those are juicy, bro.
Yeah. But I mean, they're getting these people who are high up on those ladders.
Those are juicy.
To spill their fucking guts because they think they're going to get some fucking ass. And honeypot method has worked for fucking a couple of millennium now. So
yeah, those are juicy, man. When they do the Google execs.
Yeah.
Oh
Google
yeah,
execs, fucking FBI, fucking high-end fucking agents, fucking
Good.
like assistant directors and shit, fucking guys that are in the FDA, fucking guys that are in the CDC. Yeah.
Just talking all kinds of
spilling
crazy.
all this shit. People who are in prosecutors' offices in the fucking in New York and shit. Yeah. They know all those fucking scoops and bullshit.
I mean the government is so we're at a level. And I don't know if you remember hearing this, but this administration has been so upside down that foreign intelligence actors, foreign intelligence agencies send their agents to the gay bars around Washington, D.C. just to monitor the activity at the gay bars.
Yeah.
And they know that something big is about to happen when those gay bars are empty at peak hours.
That's interesting.
Because of staffers. All these DEI, Rainbow Color Coalition, that are working, the staffers for all these people, anytime a major decision is about to take place, they're gay. All these, a good portion of them.
Huh.
So a foreign government sets shop inside these freaking gay bars to monitor the capacity of these places. And the moment they're freaking empty, they know something huge is happening. Because these staffers
are at work.
Because these staffers, all these gay people are at work now in Washington, D.C., freaking printing out PowerPoints and making slides and doing stuff.
Except for that one fucker that was getting pummeled in the...
Well, yeah, man. He kind of took his work home, I guess. That was
took us home to work. Yeah.
Bro, that was terrible, bro.
Oh,
God, that was terrible.
yeah, some dude. What was that meeting room? Some kind of hall.
Bro, it was fucking,
it wasn't the congressional floor.
No, it was one of the minor halls.
Yeah. It was.
It was still I don't know if
it was like a
Senate
subcommittee hall or
It was
something
a
like that.
subcommittee hall, bro.
That's what it looked like. It was a subcommittee hall of some type. I think they're used for multiple subcommittees.
Yeah,
but I mean, in the subcommittee hall getting butt fucked. It's just like
looking
what
over his shoulder,
the
like,
fuck?
Yes, Daddy.
Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's how crazy his administration is, man. I mean, they know. Because the Democrats are there, and they bring all their people, and they're all pro-LGBTQI, whatever the hell.
Yeah.
And not that there's anything wrong with that persuasion, if that's where your sexual preferences lay or how you identify is, that's fine. I mean, but it's just they're predominantly more liberal than
and they've got to show stats too that like a good portion of their staff is homosexual or bisexual or whatever sexual.
They're pro all this debauchery that's what we consider debauchery, they're pro all that, and of course, so their hiring practices reflect all the causes that they support.
Yeah.
Not to disparage anybody that's doing the work, because they may be very well qualified individuals, but I think their qualities at work is diminished by what they're being identified as. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
you know,
It's
like
the same thing with that one guy. The guy that wore a dress all the time and a fucking mustache turned out to be a kleptomaniac.
oh yeah,
bald fucker.
that the clown from It. Whatever. They handled the waste,
Yeah.
the nuclear
Find
waste
it.
dude.
Yeah. Highly qualified for his job.
Oh yeah.
Highly qualified.
Yeah, but 10 sheets crazy.
Yeah, absolutely fucking
Yeah,
bad shit.
fucking bad shit crazy. Wore a designer's outfit. Designer recognized it on the internet.
The owner of the dress is like, I lost that dress.
The owner of the dress was like, that's the dress I designed. Yeah, that was... He used to wear that bright red lipstick with his mustache. That was fucking creepy. That guy. But yeah,
but
he was
highly qualified for his job.
Yeah. But his identity far overshadows his...
his identity overtook his personality, overtook his professionalism.
It's bonkers. But yeah, I mean, foreign intelligence services, that's how they monitor the Biden administration.
That's right. I didn't know that. That's not bad. That's fairly intelligent.
Yeah, I mean...
I think it's how would you monitor it under an administration where like they didn't do that. They didn't do DEI hires. Fucking what would you monitor, the strip clubs?
Well, it's when you're casting okay. So a little lesson on intel gathering and stuff like that. Just really brief, but when you get dropped into a foreign country, assuming you speak the language, now it's just a matter of establishing your network of cooperators, people that'll feed you stuff, whether it's malign or benign. You know, it's independent of whatever. You land there, and you start freaking butterflying around trying to establish the network. You land in Washington D.C. You speak English. You're fairly of the age of the people that are running around. Now you start wondering, okay, well, I need an in into whatever goes on in that building over there. So you start kind of figuring out who's going in and out. You follow a person or two.
Yeah, the common clandestine shit.
You through clandestine means to determine a pattern that the last 4 people that you followed all went to this one bar. Okay, so now I got a sample crowd of people that I legitimately have tangible intel that I followed into this venue after work hours or whatever, so I've established somewhat of a pattern of life with these people. Now it's time to break the ice, and so you talk to one of them just in passing and say, what are other good bars around here? And and whatever you don't get network wise on your internet, on your Googles, that tells you, hey, there's freaking bars over here, whatever the inside. You get the inside track with these people that you've been following, and just on passing, and maybe you don't ever touch that person again. You don't ever see him again. You don't talk to him again. You don't follow him again.
Right.
But you grab that little nugget and you start climbing that ladder, and pretty soon you figure out that holy shit, 80% of the Washington staffers and all the note takers and all these fucking people that are doing all the heavy lifting for all these congressmen, senators, representatives, and whatnot are gay.
Yeah.
So then one day, you on your routine, doing your intel gathering shit, you're freaking moseying around. You go to the bar, see what you can overhear, see what you can see, and it's fucking empty. You're like, well, what the fuck? Maybe it's an off night. You go to the next place, it's empty.
Too, yeah.
You go to the next place, it's empty. You're like, well, wait a fucking minute. Then the next day, the news hits. You're like, oh, fucking U.S. launches 6th Fleet into blah, 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 blah. You're like a major event. Fucking Benghazi or whatever.
Yeah.
Something major happens. And you're like, aha. And there's your big friggin', if you didn't know that prior to, because if you're paying attention as an intel guy, you probably figure that out before. But but if you're not really good intel, dude, you'll know it then. You're like, oh shit, these fucking gay bars are all empty. Mm-hmm. It's like, and then this happened the next day. All right, well, now the next time something's empty, and you're like, well, shit, hey, Vladimir, something big is happening. I say, well, how do you know? I say, and now you got to work on what that big thing is. And that's just basic. I'm just skipping over the surface on a lot of this. It's a lot more technical than what I just said, but it's I mean, it's demonstrable difference, the marked difference. Just when a whole demographic of the population just vanishes for because they're working. Yeah, it's I mean, it's that's how vulnerable this administration is. Their hiring practices create a situation where a breach of security could take place a lot more easier. You know. And I mean, honeypotting, I mean, shit, Eric Swalwell should, you know, he's still got a job, and that dude is fucking a Chinese spy.
Yep.
How's that guy not freaking swinging from the freaking tallest tree? I don't know. But, I mean, that dude flat out was dating a Chinese spy. Hell, Tim Walz spent some time in China, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. I have to look it up.
The candidate for vice president. He spent some time as a teacher in China or something. They've all done something with the Chinese Communist Party, man. There's a lot of shadiness, man. A lot of shadiness. But then we can get into all the fallout of the. While you look at Tim Walz and see if he went. I don't know if you're looking to see if he went to China or not. Not that it matters that much, but there was
Tim Walz,
Tim Walz, WLZ.
That's the guy who's Kamala's running, right?
Right, that guy.
He used to dating a fucking Chinese spy.
No. That's Eric Swalwell.
Oh.
No, I'm talking about Tim Walz spending time in China as a teacher.
Yep.
Yeah.
NPR, National Public Radio. Fucking
Yeah. Dude.
Very left-leaning fucking media source. Tim Walz made an impression in China, students and teachers say.
Yeah.
Beijing. When Vice President Harris picked Minnesota Governor Tim Walz as running mate, blah, 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 blah. In 1989, a 15-year-old Di met Walz, who became her first foreign English teacher at Foshan No. 1 Middle School in southern China. During that school year, Walz taught English and U.S. history to around 300 students. It's in 89. It's the introduction to a country that would return about 30 times in the ensuing years by his own reckoning and cumulative experience. Mm-hmm. That is under spotlight since his addition to the Democratic ticket. Walz's record on China, based on the accounts of people who interacted with him on some of those trips, as well as his own records, is hard to put in a box. At the age of 25, fresh out of college, Walz signed up for Harvard University's World Teach program and traveled to China, where, according to his online biography, he became part of one of the first government-sanctioned groups of American educators to arrive after the country opened its doors to the world in the 1980s. The 1989-1990 school year started shortly after the Chinese army crushed pro-democracy protests centered on Beijing's Tiananmen Square in June of 1989. It was my belief at that time that diplomacy was going to happen on many levels, certainly people to people. Walz recalled during a 2014 congressional hearing commemorating the 25th anniversary of the Tiananmen crackdown. The opportunity to be in a Chinese high school at that critical time seemed to me to be really important. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Since 1989, I've been to China over 30 times. In the 90s and early 2000s, Walz deepened his connection with China by leading Minnesota high school students there on a summer trip. Or on summer trips, plural. I really think he just wanted us to see how far away the horizon actually is. That's from a student. He didn't necessarily want us to love it or hate it. He didn't necessarily want us to judge it in any way, the world or other people. He just wanted us to know it was there.
Speak up.
Huh?
Speak up.
No.
Your levels are really low.
I don't want to. I don't give
Huh? So you just want mumbles?
Yeah, just
Okay,
just
so
flatline the fucking-
so if the last 5 minutes is nothing but fucking mumbles, is because fucking Hordor over here, fucking,
Look, man.
fucking speak up. God damn it.
I do what I want.
You do what you want. Well, so yeah, I mean, so yeah, fucking tell me that dude ain't. He made no connections in China? Zero?
He was a teacher at a high school, so I mean, where are those high school students now? They're educated by an American on American history. Where are those kids now? It's not unreasonable to believe that some of those kids made it into government.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're all affiliated to the government. So whether you went to business,
Yeah, you
or
have
what,
to be affiliated
you
with
have
the
to be.
government to be
So-
in that class. Just like I kept saying when I was in university, we had Chinese transfer students, and like the professor that I was with and her colleagues, like all of us talked about it, and it's like we were in agreement. It's like there's no way these kids are here without being connected to the Chinese Communist Party. Not a chance.
Right.
They have to be. One, they're from wealthy families. Two, they are connected. Fucking, they wouldn't be here otherwise. You wouldn't be allowed to leave the country if you weren't 100% going to come back.
Right. or do something that's beneficial to the Communist Party.
To the party.
Yeah, and I understand that. I mean, that's how they rule. I mean, are they the oldest continuous government in the world?
Who?
China.
No. Their government ended in 1944, 45. So they're not even the...
Like, I'm talking about, like
They're the longest running communist government.
true. But did they maintain, their borders? Like, the Chinese Empire? Have they been...
I'd have to look that up.
I believe they are the longest continuous...
Nation with
organized-
defined borders.
defined borders in the world, if I'm not mistaken.
Man, I'd have to look that up.
But I mean, the reason I bring that up is because they have a talent for keeping their shit together for that long. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, China's famous for it. They do
Yeah.
when they do agreements with other nations. Specifically, I'm talking about Africa. They do like 1,000-year contracts, 500-year contracts, shit like that.
Yeah.
Because the one that was done with Hong Kong, from the British to
that
the
like
Chinese,
99 years?
was a 100-year contract.
Yeah.
So the Chinese learned from that. It's like, we're not going to do 100-year contracts. We're going to do fucking like 500-year contracts, 1,000-year contracts, shit like that. And that's what they do. They do those fucking contracts. The thing is, if you break the contract, China has every fucking right to go to war with you over their property because you signed a contract for it. And if you beat China in open combat, well, then you won. But I mean, defeating an army that size.
No, they got like 5 million infantry.
With the technological advancements that they've stolen from every fucking country around the world.
Well, when your infantry corps is 5 million, close to 5 million strong,
You
or
don't have a fucking chance.
whatever it is, you could look it up. But it was close to. Last time I checked, it was close to their infantry corps was about 5 million strong. So that, I mean, you don't even need weapons at that point. You just send a bunch of people who know karate halfway decent. That's a, you don't run out of bullets. You just don't have enough bullets.
2 million.
2 million now? Okay.
China has a large infantry force with an estimated 965,000 soldiers in the army, but that's in the army. That doesn't say. Fucking right here, 2 million of Chinese soldiers serve in the ground forces.
Ah, okay.
Where their primary responsibilities are to ensure domestic order and protect.
Okay, so it's quite a bit, man. Significant amount of people, but yeah, I mean, these people have been compromised. The Democratic Party's been compromised, and there's no two ways about it, in my opinion.
Kamala's just a puppet, just like Biden. So I mean,
yeah. So
that's why they were both picked for that fucking ticket in 2020. They're,
yeah.
they're both very, very usable.
So apparently another thing came out. So a whistleblower came out speaking about the debate and how lopsided it was, and apparently the ABC gave Kamala the questions in advance and whatever, and then apparently the other meme that came out was the stupid earrings that she was wearing, and that apparently she wore these Bluetooth earrings that resembled I'm not sure if she actually wore them, Bluetooth earrings, but they resemble a Bluetooth earring from this company called Nova. And the screaming got so loud. Apparently the hair earrings were from Tiffany's, but this German startup called Nova had to put out a press release. And what they actually ended up saying is they said, and I quote, I said, "We're not sure if Miss Harris had one of our earphones. The resemblance is notable. And while our product wasn't specifically designed for presidential debates, it's still suitable for such use." And they playfully said, I was like, "We're currently developing a male version, and we'll soon be able to offer it to the Trump campaign, although finding the right color is tricky since orange doesn't match well with many hues." That
is funny.
That is funny. So, I mean, at least they got a sense of humor about it, but they did not deny that that lady...
Yeah. I mean, it's great press for them.
It's great press. I mean, there's no downside to them because they make the product. If you commit a crime with it, that's on you. And a lot of people are saying that. I said, so what's the point if this whistleblower came through with blah, blah, blah? I was like, well, there's a little something called election interference, which the Democrats have been throwing around like it's a freaking old tire in a freaking playground. My playground is way different than yours, but
just on something.
It's back
to the pearl earrings. So I'm on Tiffany's website.
Right.
They have.
Let me guess. They don't use pearl.
Oh, they use pearl. They got
it'd be some like super obvious, like we make no products in gold or whatever. You're like, what?
They have 23 products that have pearls as a part of them. Not just earrings. I just typed in pearls. Mm-hmm. There are 23 products. 2 of those products are just fucking pearls. You can buy just the pearl from Tiffany. Mm-hmm. Quite a few of them are earrings. There are a couple of them that I don't exactly know what they are. They fucking look like bracelets. But none of them look like the thing that Kamala was wearing that night. I encourage anybody to look it up themselves. But they currently do not offer anything looking like what Kamala was wearing that night. They might have had a product in the past. I'm not ruling that out. But right now on Tiffany's website, that product doesn't exist. There's nothing that resembles it. Not even close.
You see what I mean, guys? This is a. I mean, you see what I mean? Like this.
We don't have
stuff,
internet,
bro. This stuff.
We don't have internet.
Dude, you can't make this up, man. You can't make this up, man. So then,
not even close.
So then, of course,
what's the name of that company?
Nova.
N-O-V-A?
N-O-V-A, yeah.
This is just
Just type Nova earbuds.
H1. And Nova H1 is what they're talking about.
Right. But when you look at the Nova earrings, they look strikingly similar to what Kamala has on her face, whatever, on her ear. And you're like, well, I'll be damned.
Yeah. I see there's a Kickstarter page for them. Do they have an actual website? Do you know?
Yeah, I was just on it. As soon as I tabbed off of it, and that's when you started asking. Oh, here we go. Oh, no, that's Nova something. Let me see.
No, I got it. Audio Nova.
Yeah.
Audio Nova US. Yeah, hearing aids. Is that the same fucking...
I mean, they make hearing aids and other things. There's another company, it's called Nova Communications, and that's different. So,
it's Craft Nova, C-R-A-A-F-T.
Okay.
Nova, NovaAcoustic.de, Deutschland, fucking German. So.
Yeah, that's pretty bonkers, man. You see what I mean? Like you can't make this shit up, man. These people.
Yeah, there was nothing on Tiffany's website that even resembles what Kamala was wearing during that debate. Products, what you got? A whole bunch of speakers.
And then, of course, since Kamala didn't quite land a killing blow on old Donnie on that, which she wouldn't have because Donnie's ahead on the polls by fucking miles.
A lot.
Yeah. By a lot. I think the honeymoon of the Kamala appointment is over. And now we're just kind of coasting to the election and see what's what. Of course, they tried to kill him again, or they set up to kill him.
Yeah, there was an attempt, that crazy-looking motherfucker outside of the golf course in Florida.
Yeah.
Armed with an AK-47.
I thought it was an SKS.
It was an SKS, you're right.
Yeah.
But it was an SKS with an extended magazine.
Mm-hmm.
So usually the SKS comes with a 10-round magazine. This one looks like a 30-round magazine. So I could see how people would mistake it for an AK-47.
Yeah, the front end is very similar.
Yeah, it is an SKS. You're right.
From the gas.
It is an SKS.
block.
If you look at the furniture, it has the old style rifle hand grip. So yeah, it's an SKS.
Yeah. So
it's a very cheap gun, by the way. It's only
yeah.
Well, shit, when I bought one, it was like $150. But that was a long time ago. Now I got one for free because Grandpa died. But
wow.
No, he probably stole it from some guy in Vietnam.
Yeah.
That's what I think. The furniture on it's beautiful.
Well,
it's red.
I mean, it's a great story.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's all I had, though. But
yeah, I mean,
I'm still trying to look for these fucking earrings. So.
Bro, so this fucking unemployed loser.
Yeah.
That lived in Hawaii.
Did he?
Huh. Also voted for the Democratic primary in North Carolina. Has been jet setting all over the world, recruiting fighters to go to Ukraine.
I was about to mention that because I saw that thing and looked it up. Yeah,
with no money.
Yeah, he's trying to recruit anybody really.
Anybody, mostly Afghans.
Yeah,
and Pakistanians.
Yeah, he's trying to
Pakistanis. So, yeah, fuck.
Yeah, the Afghan fighters that we trained that were fighting against the Taliban. He's trying to recruit them that are still.
Bro, didn't he write? I think he wrote a book. At one point,
And guess what?
He's been on.
I don't know if you saw this part.
Been on a BlackRock commercial.
You have seen it then, because that's what I was about to say.
Been on a BlackRock commercial, just like the other guy.
Yeah, they were both on BlackRock commercials. Just a flash of them.
Can't make this up, man. It's just no coincidences, bro. There's just no coincidence. It's too much.
People are starting to take hard looks into BlackRock now.
It's too much. They want this dude dead, man.
When was the last time I mentioned BlackRock on this shit? Because I have mentioned it on
Tim
this
Crooks, when they tried to shoot him.
Yeah,
when
maybe.
we did the podcast that covered the shooting.
Time? The first time.
The first time was probably I don't know
1 or 2.
Man, it was in the beginning. We were talking about the war on terror back then.
Something like that. Yeah.
So, because they were in the same vein as Halliburton.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So they got the contract for reconstruction of Ukraine. So
yes, they did.
So it's
damn near a no bid contract too.
I mean, they're handling over $31 trillion in assets, some crazy number like that.
Oh, it's more. I remember doing the calculations on the show. It's like they own literally 10% of the planet.
Yeah. So they got manageable assets well over.
Like you take all of the wealth that you can actually calculate in the world. BlackRock owns 10%.
Yeah,
of
dude,
all
it's
of
like
the wealth on the planet.
It's almost half of our GDP or some shit like that.
Some shit. It's
they have
ridiculous.
They have in management assets. So,
for stock right now.
So this outfit, what?
It's $1,000 a share.
$1,000 a share. Look at that.
It's not the most expensive, but I mean, fine.
That's not that expensive, but
it's just gone up and up and up over the last 5 years.
Well, of course, and that's the whole point, is to drive that thing out. That thing's gonna sail. But
God, if you'd have bought it in fucking 2004, it was $100 a share.
Dude, it's bananas, man.
I missed the boat.
I
was in Iraq at the time.
We were in Iraq. We didn't have $100.
No. Those fucking stupid star cards. Fucking.
We had Pogs.
Yeah. And the Pogs.
That fucking plastic.
Got some somewhere.
Fucking AFIS Pogs. Those motherfuckers stole our goddamn money.
The lowest it ever was
If you guys don't know what AFIS Pogs are, so in the beginning during the war, we go to the PX and we get change. You know, let's say you buy something, it's like $1.50. You give them $2, you get 50 cents, like 2 quarters. Well, after a while, it got really expensive to ship coins back and forth between the theaters of war for AFI. So what they did is they made these. They're in essence gift cards. Is how they operate as. But they made these pogs. There were these plastic little round things that had a coin denomination that was only redeemable at AFI stores. And because you're in bumfuck nowhere, the only store that you're more than likely gonna use money in is an AFI's. So
it was also there to prevent American currency from circulating too much in the local economy. Yeah. Because the American currency would overtake the local currency.
Yeah, that's what was happening as well. But that was.
Not to mention we were giving fuckloads of it to any warlord that asked.
But that didn't slow us down, anyways, because we were all buying their chicken and buying.
Oh yeah, ice cream. Their ice cream was badass.
And bread, and fucking chocolate, and it, dude, don't even get me started about Iraqi cuisine because we're right there, we're right here.
The Fiki videos.
Yeah, I know bro. My boy Jum Jum, he's from Iraq. He's Iraqi. We work together overseas, dude. He watches his podcast every now and then. He fucking hits me up on Facebook, bro. Jum Jum, him and I, we're right here. We know, bro. We could chow down on some Iraqi food, bro. So, like me and Jum Jum will get the boys together. We'll be in the freaking team house, man, and we just fucking tear it up, bro.
The fob that we were on, they let a guy come in and he tried to open up a pizza shop at first, and then quickly realized that he can't fucking make American pizza, period.
Oh, yeah, you had to teach him. You got to teach him.
They taught him, and then somebody convinced him. It's like, just make fucking Iraqi food.
Yeah.
Just make what you would make for your fucking family.
Yeah, Americans are malleable like that, man. Yeah. Like, it's not...
And it was great.
It's great. Yeah, it's good food,
the
man.
The food that he brought out, it was fucking
good
awesome.
Food.
And then he fucking got caught pacing for mortars.
Got caught by some 5.56.
Yeah. we were all pissed too.
He got in the way of a bullet.
It's like, who just got shot? Oh, it was fucking Omar from the restaurant. It's like, what? He's dead. It's like, yeah, he was fucking pacing for mortars. God damn it.
Damn it. That's how morbid we are. We would have let him. Yeah, we would have let that slide.
Whatever, bro. Just keep cooking.
He just kept cooking. You know.
Just tell him to hit the fucking soccer field. Nobody's out there.
I said, just keep calling them in. Just bracket that way, bro.
Yeah,
Keep the freaking kebabs coming, bro. It's dude. That's how
I want my tea and I want my kebab.
My kebab. Just, God, man.
It was shawarma. That's what he was.
It's shawarma,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah. It was great.
It's
food.
Good. It's good, dude. It's good. So, but I tell you, man, it's so that's all we have is these stupid little plastic things, man. And
they're cardboard.
They were cardboard and
they were cardboard,
plastic or something.
No. They were like
pressed. Like,
do you remember the Pogs game? Like,
nah, man. So I know of it, but I never.
When I was a kid, I was like,
that's what the name came from,
right?
Because the coin didn't have the coin didn't have Pogs on it.
No.
People started calling them
Pogs because they resembled the Pogs game. Yeah. But the Pogs from the game, they're just cardboard. So were these coins. Right. They weren't plastic. They were just cardboard, but they had like a shiny gloss like laminate or something like that with some kind of military photo, like a fucking B-52 or a fucking tank or a Bradley or some fucking dude. Right. Yeah. It was some military photo that was on them, and they had different fucking values, 5 cents, 10 cents, 25 cents, 50 cents, shit like that. And you could only spend them at AFI's.
Overseas.
The Iraqis never fucking took them.
AFI's overseas.
Yeah. Well, you could, when you got back to the States, you could bring all your Pogs to an AFI and they would change them. In Colorado, they did.
They told me they did a bag of dicks.
in Fort Carson, they did. At the main, you had to go to the main PX on Fort Carson, and you could change out your Pogs for fucking real money. But nobody did it because everybody figured they'd become collector's items, and they never became collector's items.
Well, and they never became collector's items because nobody gives a fuck about things. So I mean, it's just the same shit with fucking. I mean, well, hell, I mean, a lot of people told me eat a bag of dicks back in that day. I mean, I came back, fucking VA fucking laughed me out, you know. So there was a lot of that going on.
Still laughing me out, fucking 20 years later.
Yeah, no shit. Fuck. But
my shit's under review, by the way.
Good.
It's back under appeal.
Good. Good. But I tell you, man, so But Thomas Crooks and this other fucking fucknut, he set up a hide. Apparently, so the Donald Trump schedule did not reflect his golf game. This little round of golf that he was going to play was purely out of leisure. It wasn't on any schedule. But a lot of people are saying, how did he know to be there if it wasn't on the schedule? Well, there's something called patterns. And if you know that this dude is at the golf course, it don't take you but like maybe an hour of searching online, and you'll find pictures of Donald Trump at the golf course almost every weekend. So, and it's usually the same golf course, so it don't take long. Then he went to the area that apparently the press likes to hang out, where they can actually be the closest to whoever's playing without actually being on the course. So, which is around the 6th hole or somewhere like that, or whatever. I don't know what it looked, the geography. But on the other side of the
golf course,
right? But on the other side of the fence there, he set up 2 ballistic plates. He hung them, and then was there in that hide for 12 hours approximately.
Jesus. Not a bad setup though.
Not a bad setup, but I mean, of course, his rifle is protruding past his hide.
Dumb move.
Because he's not fucking trained.
Yeah.
Even though he's been to Fort Bragg.
Was he?
Been to Fort Bragg like, I don't know, a dozen times.
What, the museum?
No, the museum's outside in Fayetteville.
Oh, is it? I don't know anything about Fort Bragg.
Been in Fort Bragg. So.
Been to Fort Bragg more times than I have.
Now, there's a difference of where it pinged, where his phone may have pinged.
Yeah.
Depending on what side of post it pinged, I could tell you if it's a problem. You know what I mean?
They're not releasing that yet, though?
Nah.
What's your gut say?
It's hard to say, man.
It's pure speculation and opinion, bro. What is it?
Dude, I think he got a lot of his work up for this thing down there, and he probably got enough training to get him confident with going to do this, but probably not enough to actually follow through, to give themselves a 50-50 of.
Think he might have done this shit prematurely?
Yeah,
they just saw an opportunity and took it?
I mean, maybe, but it's just a matter of time if he goes there every weekend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You go there every weekend on a Saturday, you're going to run into Donald Trump at that golf course.
Eventually, yeah.
But instead, he ran into his Secret Service. And he had set up he had a stolen vehicle. The SKS had a fucking polished off serial number.
I think he had another weapon with him, didn't he? I think when the cops stopped him,
in the car he had one, but he didn't.
They did a felony stop on his vehicle.
Yeah, he didn't present one at the cops.
But I thought they had recovered one from his vehicle.
They may have recovered like a handgun or something.
So I don't really know.
No.
So I thought he had another one because I saw that come out. They had recovered a weapon from the vehicle. Then I see the photos of the rifle that's still at the fence.
It may have been that rifle.
So,
he may have
it might have
ran with it.
Yeah.
He may have ran with it because then where the fuck the pictures come from? You know.
So I figured the pictures were evidence photos.
Right. So I mean, regardless, he took off running. Once he was engaged, because he wasn't just discovered like Halt, who goes there. He was the Secret Service opened fire on him.
Yeah.
Missed, and
pistols. Fucking
whatever. I mean, you're in an open field, dude. I don't know why you're walking around with just a pistol, but especially
after the first assassination.
Especially if you're not walking the diamond, like if you're not with the protectee, if you're outer perimeter / advance, I don't know why you wouldn't have a rifle, but whatever. I mean, Secret Service did a presser today talking about how fucked they are and how much of a responsibility the local freaking law enforcement bears on the first assassination attempt because they took no accountability.
Get the fuck out of
Oh
here.
yeah, it took very little accountability, but they took credit for killing the shooter, even though it's already out that it was local PD that shot him. But whatever, neither here nor there. So then this dude takes off running. A lady that's there, I guess by the backside of where he was hiding at, sees this dude running towards a car and just kind of like, this don't look right. So out of her own initiative, she drives up to the vehicle and follows it a little bit and takes good, clear pictures of the license plate and calls the sheriff's office and gives the license plate of this vehicle. And based on that tip, her probably not knowing that this dude, was gonna shoot at Trump, whatever, they put the plate in the flock camera systems that are in and out of that area in Florida, and they pick up the fucking license plate on the highway, and they did a felony stop on the highway.
It's good community work.
Do you believe it?
Wow.
Yeah.
Shit never fucking happens like that.
Never in a fucking million. Look,
It's a
if you
fucking
believe,
TV show.
bro, look, yeah, if you believe that this lady out of nowhere became the best witness that law enforcement has ever seen
Yeah.
in over 200 years of policing, I got a bridge to sell you.
Which one? It's one of the ones that got hit by a tanker.
It don't matter which one, man. I got a low water crossing bridge over there by fucking Bald Knob over there, I'll sell you. So,
There's no water out there.
low water.
Oh, that
Crossing.
Nah, I'm good.
You don't want that bridge?
I've been to too many scenes on that bridge.
Right? Yeah, we've been to a few. Fished out a couple cop cars from the bottom of that thing, too.
Because there's no guardrail on the fucking... There's no guardrail.
Or maybe because the cop is driving fucking intoxicated. But let's not get into that. Let's not get off the rails. Oh my
We can't do
goodness.
inside jokes on the fucking show, man.
Oh, dude, it's great. It's great. It's great. It's inside for you, me, and a few of yous. It's gonna be like, snigger. But in any case, so that happened, and then the guy gets arrested and whatever, and now he's facing criminal trespass charges or something.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that shit. I was like, "This what he's been fucking charged with? Are you fucking kidding me?" Criminal trespassing and having a gun with a shaved off serial number. That's it.
Yeah, unauthorized use of unauthorized carry of a firearm or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, it's just
fuck?
dude, I can't make this shit up, man. This is fucking bonkers, bro. It's bananas. Oh man, dude. It's just like the fucking dude. I got an argument with a dude online, freaking telling me how things were better now than they've ever been. And I'm like,
By what metric?
I was like, bro, are we talking about technology? Or are we talking about like what are we talking about here?
Spacefaring.
So no. I mean,
Boeing. Yeah.
yeah, the fucking dude's still stuck up there.
I swear those two are fucking. They've got
Gotta be. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? I'd shoot that thing outside, just pow, see if she could catch it. Dude be doing all kinds of crazy shit out there.
Let's see if the force is enough to like push me back.
I wonder. I'm curious to find out how effective your ejaculation would be in zero gravity. How
It's
much
for science.
or does it stay in the urethra just like fucking like
No, it's got to get pushed out.
it's gotta get pushed out, right? Or
Because you can still spit in space
Right, you can pee.
in zero gravity. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can still piss.
yeah, but there's a force.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the thing. That's the thing. I don't want to.
right?
So I wonder if it will be enough force to like push me back. Fucking
Oh, bro.
like if I can get some momentum off this.
Do a spacewalk and just end up in Venus because you fucking blew 2 loads and fucking just fucking picked up speed and just kind of stayed there. Come on, man. This is fucking crazy. These people are fucking bonkers, bro. This guy's like, oh, this is the best the country's ever been. I said, dude, are you fucking high? Are you on shrooms or something? What the fuck are you talking about?
The people that say that, I want to know by what metric. What
I
are
said,
you
dude,
basing that statement on?
do you pay for gas?
Yeah, the gas prices are fucking ridiculous. The grocery prices are fucking ridiculous. The housing prices are fucking ridiculous. My rent just fucking went up.
It's the only reason. It's the only reason I haven't moved by now. Like, I mean,
my rent is still cheaper than any mortgage I can get. That's the only reason I haven't moved.
Yeah, I would have already been on. I would have been on another mortgage already, closer to where I work.
Yeah.
But it's just the interest rates are through the roof. It's fucking bonkers.
Air travel is fucking up.
Air travel's crazy.
Fucking ship travel is up. Yeah.
Anything. And
train travel is up. Train travel.
Yeah, dude. And because of that, because travel has been, prices have increased so much, then the price of import, export, and transporting goods and services across state lines, and intrastate travel has freaking climbed. Everything on your freaking shelves is more expensive, and you can't tell me that this ain't fucking true. So then all this bullshit, and now we got to deal with fucking Donald Trump talking about fucking Haitians eating cats and dogs in Ohio. And you're like, holy fucking shit, this is fucking bizarro world. And then you're like, you know what? There ain't no fucking way people are eating cats and dogs in Ohio. Then you fucking look it up, and sure as fucking Christmas, man. There's fucking Haitians eating cats and fucking dogs and geese and ducks and fucking everything in their middle. And you're like, well, how the... Dude, why? I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I start fucking asking around and looking on the interwebs and see what I can find. And I ran into this fucking video by this voodoo priest saying like, yeah, totally, Haitians are eating cats and dogs. And that's like, it's part of our culture. It's just, you know, you consume the animal, use the rest for voodoo. And they're like, holy fuck. It's like, and I'm like, you know what? I was like, that's partially right. But you gotta, I guess you gotta do it with whatever's walking around, you know, because you ain't got no chickens or whatever, or goats. So, and the people are bitching. This fucking town of Springfield, Ohio, they decimated the industry with their bullshit, sent jobs overseas, freaking did all kinds of things to those people, and now they bring the population back up to fucking super hot levels by increasing them by 20,000 freaking immigrants. Nobody speaks their freaking goddamn version of French, and now they're there taking over fucking space and eating animals and doing all kinds of crazy shit, driving fucking bonkers, flipping cars in the middle of the street, crashing into buildings.
Saw a guy
fucking
making a statement at a city council meeting or something, saying it's like his insurance has gone up because he called his fucking insurance company.
You live in Springfield,
and they said like the accident rate in Springfield has fucking tripled.
Yeah, so your insurance
is going up because you live in that area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fucking bonkers. Yeah, people don't forget that your shitty driving contributes to everybody else losing money. You know, it's just, but I mean, so all that's happening, and so that's happening, and then the assassination attempt or lack thereof, or maybe or whatever, that dude was there for one reason only, and I mean, and it brings us to fucking what happened today. What was the latest and the greatest today? The assassination attempt, and then the fucking stupid hearings. What was the other shit that we were? Lebanon, bro.
It's one of the most like closest to a movie fucking.
The craziest shit since Argo.
Assassination.
Since Argo, or or that other movie Munich.
I haven't seen Munich. I've seen.
Well, you know the story
of Munich. Yeah.
So you know
Mossad hunted down the fucking Palestinians.
The whatever
assassinated the Israeli
10th
athletes.
of November.
I don't
whatever the fuck the name of the organization, dude, that killed the
historical event. I know what you're talking about.
So so Mossad gets wind that Hezbollah is dumping all digital technology, and they're reverting back to analog communications because they know Israeli intel services are sniffing freaking. They're doing SIGINT on them.
Yeah.
Signals intelligence, picking up their Wi-Fi, sniffing all their fucking conversations out of the freaking ether.
Yeah.
So they decide to go back to more analog technology, i.e., beepers and beepers, pagers, and freaking handheld two-way
Dumb cell phones, not
dumb
smartphones.
cell phones, dumb communications. So they set up a order in bulk to get all these freaking items and then put it through their supply chain and then fucking distribute it. Well, at some point they get wind that this is about to happen. Mossad sets up a freaking shell company which handles part of the shipping and handling for all these orders going directly to Hezbollah.
Yeah.
They intercept the shipment, implant explosives in all of the devices, and then reinsert them back into the enemy supply chain, which then gets distributed amongst the people that need to be in the here and now, up to date with things. So all these beepers get put on high-ranking freaking Hezbollah fighters' hands, radios, all that stuff gets distributed. And at a time of their choosing, they detonate this shit. Detonate some, not all. They detonate a bunch of them.
I think the initial report, the first day that I saw that it happened, it was something like 2,000 casualties across the country.
Bonkers.
Yeah.
And it gets better.
Yeah.
Then they wait till these fuckers are doing a ceremony, which is like less than 24 hours later. They're putting their dead in the dirt. And as soon as they're assembled, getting ready to do this ceremony, everybody's all emotional. And, all these martyrs, and they're pissed off and whatever. They hit him again. And in the freaking funeral, kaboo, 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 all these freaking Hezbollah dudes are freaking detonating and immolating in front of everybody.
Yeah. That's...
Bro, dude. Chef's kiss.
That's some gangster shit. That's some shit the mafia would do.
Chef's kiss, bro. It's like...
Let me wait these guys have their little funeral, pay
Look,
their respects, and fucking put them in the fucking dirt, too.
Look, I am not in the business of condoning carpet bombing of friggin' cities and stuff like that. And it's just, I may not be a fan of the methods, but this is war, and it's happening over there.
Right.
I almost have. They started it, in a sense.
Well, the thing is, the way I see it, this is about as close to a precision strike as you can get.
But this is about as measured as you could possibly get.
Right.
When it comes to killing your enemy, hitting them with the devices in their pocket.
Right.
It's about as precise as you could get, and it's not all designed to kill. It's to get you out of commission. You got to pull you out of the battlefield. Bro, the pictures, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, the pictures. They got one of them dudes was in the toilet. Bro, he's making his morning dookie.
Yeah, just fucking around while he's shitting like everybody else.
Fucking skydoosh, just fucking scrolling through his shit, just fucking kablammy blam, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking dookie and blood everywhere. That shit's fucking crazy. Fuck.
With constipation, I think, in the past.
But you could tell how much explosives that was contained inside that freaking thing because of the amount of the amount of missing shit that was in that toilet, like in that bathroom. So you could tell we're talking about ounces,
right? Like
of plastic explosives, like less than a pound.
Unless they got something new.
I mean, dude, it's small. Whatever it was, it's just enough to.
That's the thing. Unless they got something, because I can see C4, but
bro, I seen the detonations. I seen the detonations.
Yeah.
And you know what it lacks?
What, the fire?
Fire.
Yeah.
No fire. That means the RE factor on this thing is this is
right.
It's fast. Yeah, it's military
There's no
grade.
soot burn. There's no.
Right. It's not. It wouldn't be like a defective lithium explosion.
Right.
Which could be comparable
it's a high
to
explosive.
Could be comparable to some black powder type stuff like fucking pow.
Yeah.
No. This is
high explosive.
This is fucking smooth, bro.
Yeah.
Clean like butter. Just fucking kapow by Habibi.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
It reminds me of that fucking what was that movie? Law Abiding Citizen. You ever seen that? Jamie Foxx
Jamie
and
Foxx.
what's the Australian guy's name?
Mel Gibson.
No, he's not Australian. He's Scottish. Jared Butler.
Gerard Butler.
Yeah, he's also the guy from 300. Played King Leonidas.
Yep.
Fucking yeah, he's in that. He's the CIA guy that makes all the fucking shit to kill you without anybody actually getting in the room. Mm-hmm. Fucking that judge, fucking the way she dies, fucking she just answers the phone. And
Well, so, I mean that's a Mossad thing, because that's what they did. That's what they did to one of the assassins in Munich.
yeah,
They put an explosive device inside of his freaking phone, and as soon as he freaking picked it up, fucking skabo. And those phones back then were enormous.
Right.
So, but yeah, it's just chef's kiss, bro.
yeah.
Whoever did that shit, whoever thought of that, let alone the man hours that it had to take to get all these things, break them apart, put them back together,
Yeah.
rig them correctly, put them back
There's
together.
been an operation that's probably a
'Cause-
couple of years in the works.
Bro, because it has to be done right.
Yeah.
Because one mistake on there, you're going to have something that doesn't detonate or whatever.
Or they're going to find it.
Are they going to find it?
Yeah.
Which is probably when they decided, okay, this is about, we got to either use it or lose it, or, maybe this will bring them to negotiations.
Yeah.
Whatever worst case scenario, they don't have no commanders no more.
It's still badass.
So it's still badass that they did that. And apparently there's more to come, because now they have no idea what else is rigged.
Right.
So-
But I mean, now all these terrorist cells are looking at their commo equipment like,
yeah, now you're looking at your combo equipment going like, I don't know. It's like, fuck.
but it's great. So now they're going to change out their entire commo network.
Yeah.
It's going to take them a while. So now you've got a good month or so.
Well, you got
where
a
these
whole-
motherfuckers can't talk to
You
each
got a
other.
whole promotion boards now.
I mean, like, if you hit a cell, nobody's going to know about it because you can't communicate.
No,
So,
you gotta do fucking promotion boards. You gotta get all these fucking new Joes up to speed. Send people to schools. You know, it's gonna take time replacing some of the people they lost, man. I mean, and I jest with the promotion boards and whatnot, but it is gonna take time to replace some of the people they lost, because some of those commanders that got lost the other day were valuable people. So. To them, to nobody else, because to nobody else in the planet, literally, to nobody else outside of the borders of that country, as a matter of fact. To nobody outside of the city that they're currently living in, they're important because they're scourge of the earth. They don't deserve any fucking mercy whatsoever, and of course these are a bunch of people that take their kids to battle.
yeah.
You know, it's and then blame you for their deaths. You know, I was like, why aren't you dead? You know, why is your kid dead and you're not dead? It's like, you know, but neither here or there. I don't want to get off the rails on that, because I have an axe to grind on that fucking topic. But yeah, all that bullshit's happened just in fucking couple weeks since the last podcast, bro.
Yeah.
Like I think we're on the downslope of the roller coaster ride. And we're just like, like we're about to get to that point where they take our picture and we look fucking stupid, you know? Because I don't even know if we're gonna make it to damn November, bro.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'd be willing to put money that some major world event's going to happen before the U.S. election. 'Cause unfortunately, the U.S. election it affects a lot more than just the United States, and people are going to want an outcome that's guaranteed, and they're going to want a specific outcome. And when they realize that they're not going to get it, they've got to stop it. They've got to prevent it from happening.
Yeah, and that's the thing I tell my colleagues and people that surround me. I was just like, they're like, dude, do you think it's going to be a civil war? And I'm like, so easy answer, quick answer. If when the supposed festivities start, your mortgage is still pending, then no.
Right?
But as long as you got a job to go to do and bills freaking to pay, guess what? There ain't no damn civil war.
Well, they got time for this shit. They got to go
You
to
know,
work.
we got
They
time
kids
for
to
it.
feed.
You know, we got time for it. Unless they decide to fight this shit over the weekends or whatever, just like take all your vacation hours and just freaking cash them in to go fight and then be at work next month. You know, this ain't This ain't the 17th. Everyone's like, oh man, we fought a civil war for less. Yeah, but back then people were like farmers and shit.
Yeah.
And there was like nothing to fucking do. So, yeah.
Joining the Continental Army was the promise of food and pay.
The army was the job.
Yeah.
If you weren't a farmer or somebody that dealt in
that's
goods.
That's the thing about the Revolutionary War and the Civil War. It wasn't like common people, working people were fighting these fucking wars. People were joining the military to fight these wars.
People would join the military to join it.
Yeah.
Yeah, to fight in it. So and they paid you.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, what would a civil war look like? Which all the major podcasters, if you guys that watch us, the 91 people that subscribe to us, which we're fucking super happy to have you. One thing you'll never hear from any of those podcasters is how the fuck would that be carried out? Because the Civil War, there was pay. People were getting paid. It may not have been a lot, but it was, I guess, fine for the times. As long as you got a fucking light bill that you got to pay, you can fight no fucking war.
The closest you'll get, realistically, is an insurgency.
The closest you'll get is a group of people that don't have to worry about such trivial matters, that may have some marginal training or none at all, but the desire to fuck shit up, and they're gonna go fucking around like a band of merry men and fuck shit up on behalf of everybody else that's getting fucked over. Because if you're not independently wealthy with training and available to do this kind of stuff, you're not an asset for this kind of...
For references to what we're talking about, you can look up the IRA, Hezbollah, fucking any terrorist organization since 1950.
Correct. It's and with the advancements in current technology, that type of insurgency is increasingly
difficult,
more difficult. You would have to. It would require a lot from an individual operator to actually carry that out. Because number one, it's fucking illegal. First and fucking foremost, it's fucking illegal, and then it's
goes without saying, I suppose. But,
but you have to say it, because I'm not advocating for you to go ahead and do your startup fucking fight for democracy kit.
Just one of those actions with several felony charges.
There's several moving pieces here that would have to fall into fucking place just perfectly for you to be able to do this and get away with it.
Right.
I'm not saying not be correct. I'm saying get away with it. It's just not it's not feasible. It's just not feasible. You would have to have a complete collapse.
Yeah. Yeah, that's long and short of it.
And that's it. And as destructive as the Democratic Party is, that complete collapse is not the goal. So they'll probably bring us close to induce a dependency, but
which is what you're seeing.
Yeah, which is what we're seeing now. Yeah. Bring us real close for a dependency, but complete collapse, not a chance. That's not in the cards. But that's what we got, man. We're about to run out of here.
Yeah.
So you guys like and subscribe, and don't forget, share it. Catch us on Rumble if that's not reverse on the thing. I don't know. Shouldn't be, but yeah. Catch us on Rumble and some of the other social medias. And have a nice weekend, y'all. Yep.
So you know how those lids are, because this is, I'm just going to speak, okay? So this is it. So you know how those lids on those Starbucks cups, they're white, right? And so if you wear lipstick, they get all over the lid. And so then I find myself in meetings if I'm the only woman, and that's kind of, and so I keep taking the lid off and having my cup out so that I don't have that big lipstick mark on the lid. So I said, can we do something about the color of the lid? So that was that conversation.